Hello YouTube, this is Ben Yessel. I'm going to make a few more videos tonight. Um, so, I just talked about, of course, some of my favorite YouTube channels. Believe me, I've so many more I could recommend. Um, well, within reason. um, I mean, I mentioned that I've only, again, it's impossible for me to get to everything I think I really want to get to on YouTube, even in my entire life. There's so many things now, so I mean, there's still a lot of searching that a lot of looking at new stuff. I guess it depends if you're in the mood for that, but there's so many great channels now. It's like I could see giving up Netflix at this point, and just sticking with YouTube. That's it for really. There's so many things to watch, and I'm a big movie buff, I guess, but maybe just get Bird Box or something. I don't know. Red Box though isn't that great. I don't know. Anyway, so this video is about a few things I really like on YouTube. I only mention a few things, so this is a little bit shorter video. The first thing is I have some playlists that are dedicated to one of these topics. Again, these are not necessarily videos I've uploaded. My own videos I've uploaded so far, pretty much me talking. In the future, there'll probably be some other things I'll be doing, but for now, this is kind of what I'm doing or comfortable setting up this kind of stuff. Again, I'm going to do other things in the future, but yeah, I mean, I have some playlists, that I just kind of put together stuff that other people have downloaded on YouTube. And one of those things has to do with old TV logos. It might seem like a kind of not a silly thing, but kind of a why would you, Ben, why would you be interested in, watching these old TV logos? They're not movies. They're not even cartoons. You're in the movie. Well, there's just short little jingles of like half a minute, just some station identification or some, uh, you know, a little like a little music before like PBS. Bring, 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 bring. The Major Seven. You know, the PBS kind of thing, old from the '80s and stuff, or the I don't know, NBC, GEC, right? Uh, that kind of stuff. Why would you be interested, Ben, in just these little jingles or these little things? There's the ABC, NBC, CBS Fox video, Disney stuff, and I don't know. There's just a bunch of them, and my answer to that would be, well, I don't know why I'm interested in it, but I am. It's a part of my childhood, it's something that kind of gets you excited for something that's coming up, or kind of, it was a big thing in the '80s and '90s and stuff. And on top of that, the graphics kind of went with the music, and there's all these different kinds of little bits of things. Interesting enough, it has had an effect on my psyche. It's I've realized this over time. It's all in there, right? Like, someone were to sing some little TV logo, and I know exactly what it was if I had seen it. Now, the funny thing is, of course, looking at TV logos from Europe and stuff, and yeah, England or Italy or Germany or something. It's interesting how they, or Greece. It's interesting to see what they've done. Britain is, England has got all kinds of BBC stuff. But for instance, but even from a composition standpoint, it's interesting to see. I'm definitely considering actually discussing this subject at length with one of my composition students, and just going through, because it's just a little blip. It's really effective. Kind of a connection between, it's like the visual musical connection. What's what's going on here, this music, the notes, the chords, what kind of impact does it have on the listener, connected to the whatever colors, whatever is going on in the logo. So old TV logos, YouTube is the best place for them. I mean, it was one of the first things that I ever got into on YouTube was, oh my gosh, they have all the Hanna-Barbera, the Yogi Bear things, and they have, I don't know, Screen Gems, all the 50s and 60s stuff, the stuff that was around before I was born. And then they had, like a Filmation for He-Man, all that stuff, and all kind. YouTube has everything. Okay, so aside from all that, there's like soft rock and music. We all know that YouTube is chock full of music. It's probably one, if it might be the number one draw on YouTube is pop music, especially. But aside from maybe game reviews, video game reviews, maybe there's some other things that are really big on YouTube, like the pet, cat and dog videos and stuff. Let's just name a few. But yeah, I mean, for me, just listening to music on YouTube is an education of itself in popular music, soft rock, jazz. Well, for me, it was just a lot of listening to stuff that I hadn't heard before, or had heard before, but it's been a long time. And it's great if you don't own the music. I own a fair amount of music, but it's on iCloud or in CDs. But yeah, it's just right there on YouTube. It's great, and there's all kinds of stuff on YouTube that you can find. Video game music too. Soundtracks. I mentioned soft rock, easy listening. Of course, it goes without saying. Of course, classical music is on there, and all the other stuff, all the pop rock stuff. I mean, there's certain kinds of pop music that I don't listen to, incidentally. But yeah, of course, it's all on there. So, and of course, TV stock music is also on here. By TV stock music, I'm really zeroing in on, in particular, England and Italy, but sometimes other countries. But it's all this music that was written in Britain and Italy in the 1950s ballpark, especially maybe before then, 1950s on up through pretty much now, but more especially 50s through maybe 90s ish, and 50s, 80s. The golden era was probably 60s and 70s. That ballpark, maybe, yeah, in the ballpark. And there's a lot of that music that's on YouTube, and a lot of times, for instance, if you're watching NFL highlights, you're going to be listening at the same time to this TV stock music. And I can guarantee you it's written by folks like Brian Bennett or Reg Tilsley or Alan Hawkshaw, maybe, or I don't know. Brian Bennett is a very strong possibility. Maybe even Sid Dale. Any of these guys, British composers that we just don't know who they are, but we've heard their music before. Who is them? That sounds so familiar. Oh, that's because it was used here and there, and here, there, and here, there. And so TV stock music or BBC stock music, a lot of times, it's like the stuff that was written by composers, and the composers worked for the TV station, like BBC. And BBC, then I'm not sure how it all works out, business-wise, but they, give this organization permission to use this music in this movie or this whatever, so it's a little different than the film thing, but it's anyway, TV stuff. So basically, then of course the other thing I was mentioning here is YouTube is a great place for I'll call it bizarre animated movies. Before there was YouTube, if you wanted to watch something that was a total, what am I watching? This is so cool, but what is this? You pretty much have to just, I guess, my parents wouldn't watch that stuff. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not necessarily, but it's just, not what they. So, you know, Alice in Wonderland kind of gets you down that direction a little bit by bit, and then maybe from there it can. I don't know. You can kind of keep going down the weird path, right? But basically, there's some really trippy stuff on YouTube, and there's some twisted stuff, and then there's some just again surreal, dreamlike. Is this a nightmare? Is this a what is going on? And that's one of the greatest things about YouTube is those, and it's just a matter of finding it. One of my thoughts sometimes I've had is, I'll have this recollection of a really a animated movie, the short, not too long, generally speaking, like 10, 15 minutes maybe. Maybe go to something else. But this animated short just being terrifying, both terrifying, comedic, imaginative, and like characters in the animation that you think are looking at you. I think through the screen, right? And I sometimes think, did I dream that? It's a probably good possibility I did, but it's also kind of interesting if you ever dig up something on YouTube that was it may be influenced your dream to go that direction, or maybe on a rare occasion you might actually find a video that was the video that really was really trippy. That but anyway, so YouTube is amazing. It's just amazing just for those reasons alone. I'm gonna try not to have this video go too long. So just a few things I really like on YouTube. Again, just to sum up. So old TV logos, because they're just it's nostalgia, it's memories, and they're just really great to kind of, I just have a big list. I just go through them, change them up sometimes, and just, have in the background or working on something. I listen to it just like I would regular music, Maybe I should write some of those myself, yeah. Soft rock, look at the variety of music on YouTube. The second thing. So TV stock music. Also, and then bizarre animated movies, like Felix Calgrave. So again, I recommend checking out his channel, Felix Calgrave. It's actually kind of he does the trippy stuff. It's true, weird, trippy, psychedelic stuff. But he also does. There's a real I don't know if to call it avant-garde, but it's just very imaginative. And each one of he has a fair bit of variety in what he does. And, he's a pretty sharp guy, and he spends so much time on each movie. And this is one of the few channels that actually think I really should be supporting him financially. Gosh, I always feel he's very, very generous for doing this. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later.